Once deployed to production environments, software and systems need to be maintained. Changes of various sorts are almost inevitable in delivered software and systems, either to fix defects discovered in operational use, to add new functionality, or to delete or alter already delivered functionality. Maintenance is also needed to preserve or improve non-functional quality characteristics of the component or system over its lifetime, especially performance efficiency, compatibility, reliability, security, and portability. When any changes are made as part of maintenance, maintenance testing should be performed, both to evaluate the success with which the changes were made and to check for possible side effects, e.g., regressions, in parts of the system that remain unchanged, which is usually most of the system. Maintenance can involve planned releases and unplanned releases, hotfixes. A maintenance release may require maintenance testing at multiple test levels, using various test types, based on its scope. The scope of maintenance testing depends on 1. The degree of risk of the change, for example, the degree to which the changed area of software communicates with other components or systems. 2. The size of the existing system. 3. The size of the change. Triggers for maintenance. There are several reasons why software maintenance, and thus maintenance testing, takes place, both for planned and unplanned changes. We can classify the triggers for maintenance as follows. 1. Modification, such as planned enhancements, e.g., release-based, corrective and emergency changes, changes of the operational environment, such as planned operating system or database upgrades, upgrades of COTS software, and patches for defects and vulnerabilities. 2. Migration, such as from one platform to another, which can require operational tests of the new environment as well as of the changed software, or tests of data conversion when data from another application will be migrated into the system being maintained. Retirement, such as when an application reaches the end of its life. When an application or system is retired, this can require testing of data migration or archiving if long data retention periods are required. Testing restore, retrieve procedures after archiving for long retention periods may also be needed. Regression testing may be needed to ensure that any functionality that remains in service still works. For Internet of Things systems, maintenance testing may be triggered by the introduction of completely new or modified things, such as hardware devices and software services, into the overall system. The maintenance testing for such systems places particular emphasis on integration testing at different levels, e.g., network level, application level, and on security aspects, in particular those relating to personal data. Impact analysis for maintenance. Impact analysis evaluates the changes that were made for a maintenance release to identify the intended consequences as well as expected and possible side effects of a change, and to identify the areas in the system that will be affected by the change. Impact analysis can also help to identify the impact of a change on existing tests. The side effects and affected areas in the system need to be tested for regressions, possibly after updating any existing tests affected by the change. Impact analysis may be done before a change is made, to help decide if the change should be made, based on the potential consequences in other areas of the system. Impact analysis can be difficult if 1. Specifications, e.g., business requirements, user stories, architecture, are out of date or missing. 2. Test cases are not documented or are out of date. 3. Bidirectional traceability between tests in the test basis has not been maintained. 4. Tool support is weak or non-existent. 5. The people involved do not have domain and/or system knowledge. Insufficient attention has been paid to the software's maintainability during development. Takeaways. 1. Software and systems need to be maintained in order to fix defects, add new functionality, or improve non-functional quality characteristics such as performance efficiency, compatibility, reliability, security and portability. 2. Maintenance testing is important in order to evaluate the success of changes and to check for possible side effects or regressions in the system. 3. Impact analysis is important for maintenance testing in order to identify the intended consequences, expected and possible side effects of a change, and to identify the areas in the system that will be affected by the change. 3. It may also help in identifying the impact of a change on existing tests.